I have worked at the library for over 10 years. I think almost 11 now. So I worked part-time for 5 years, and now I'm going on 6 years as a full-time employee. Before I worked at the library, I was mostly a stay-at-home mom, which I loved, and I wished I could have kept doing that, but, expenses, and it's hard to find in this area where opportunities are not as much as or as abundant as a city. We realized that we needed to start adding to our funds. So right now I am the director over all the branches. We have 5 branches, main branches, and then 2 that we partner with. And so I've got to I supervise, and then I'm also the head librarian at the Blanding branch. So I have 2 hats that I wear, where I supervise all the branches and make sure they're running smoothly, that they have the funds they need. I set the budget for each branch, and then I have to go, of course, to the commissioners and get that approved. I have to find grants, write up grants, and get funding because we're always short. I love my job. I do enjoy it. I can't say it's been a real challenge this last year and a half. When I became director, COVID had just hit. I became director last April, and there were a lot of requirements, and we had to figure out how to serve the public still, but follow the requirements of the CDC and the county requirements of safety, but still try and get the public access to books and everything. And we did figure that out, but it was just it was complicated. A lot of people misunderstood and thought it would be a lot easier, and it wasn't. It was like double the work to get that done. I think probably my strongest is public outreach, also budgeting, raising a family on a tight or smaller budget. As when I stepped into this, I saw that there was a real need. We were getting into a danger zone where we were spending more than we had. The hardest thing for me is all the red tape, all the hoops we have to jump through. And I'm a little rebellious that way, where I don't have to want to do that, but I've also been very obedient in doing that. And now that I've done, I can see the use of it, but it's just really hard to go thread that needle over and over and over again. The easiest part would be just working with the staff and the public, the patrons. I love that part. Typically, I will get here to the library around 9 in the morning. It's pretty flexible because we're open from 11 to 7. So anywhere between 8 and 9 I get here, usually closer to 9. And then I will open up my emails. A lot of time is spent answering emails from the state of Utah State Library. I check for grant opportunities. I check on reports that are due. I'll file reports to the commissioners to get on. I have to report to the commissioners quite often, get their approval for every contract. So I'm checking on contracts and the things I talked about, jumping through the hoop type stuff. I got to make sure. So I try to tackle the most unpleasant things the first thing in the morning, so the rest of the day maybe goes a little better. I love this building. This building's awesome. There's some of my staff think it's haunted, and I think, yeah, it might be. I'll work here quite late by myself, and I swear I'll hear somebody walking around. It's never scared me. I have never been scared. I'd like to have the funding someday to add on to it and better serve the community. I'd love to have a children's library section just for the children, and expand the computer area, and then use this area over here instead to expand the adult section and things like that. This is a very cool building. It is. It's an awesome, and I feel like it's a really important part of the community. I think libraries are such an essential part of every community. It's a place where it kind of levels the playing field. Like, anybody can come to the library and use the free resource. They can improve themselves. If they really want to learn about a subject, we have the resources here for people too. So someone maybe necessarily wasn't born into circumstances that allow them to get the opportunities that others have had, the library can tend to level that playing field and give the resources to anybody. We don't care who you are or what your circumstances. You can come here and we can help you.